steam.
Ugh, Stellaron corrosion. Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting.
I knew I'd offended that diviner. That's why she sent the—
Miss Jingqi, if you don't mind.
Huh? Oh, no need. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun. Wow, you're amazing, Mr. Yang. You handled that well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you.
Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for a change?
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Burn it all!
That's better.
Further to it!
Blade of Moonlight.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times.
a Jade Abacus is just... That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might... The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade, just like engraving a seal. The craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade, and then some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can take the Matrix of Prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything. They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Noose, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission, only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
It sounds like similar technology. Maybe we'll get a better...
I'm afraid that's impossible. The Artisanship Commission's Hall of Jadeology keeps a close watch. But if you're interested, there's a shop selling Jade Abacus jewelry in Starskiff Haven. I can show you around.
Did you hear that? She said she's taking Mr. Yang
Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a Jade Ab? Just like today. Would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingchue? It makes no... We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the Heaven and Thunder trigrams. I step forward.
And for those who don't speak Fushen,
It's an utter disaster. How's that for the Matrix of Prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the Commission, and a collapse. And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron hunter you handed to us.
but you're Fushen, the seer, the boundless, omniscient.
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. The Divination Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fu Shen the Seer? As for reinforcements, you do. Look, help has just arrived.
Master Diviner, I brought you the guests. Though, it wasn't your order. So general. Even guests are
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
Entering the Matrix of Prescience without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit Qingque is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need. I was waiting for the Matrix of Prescience to resume operations so that you might gain insight into my divination techniques.
No need for the formalities. We heard what the...
Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. Yes, but you needn't worry. Qingque will accompany you. She'll be in charge.
I hath divined our future. We are destined to be... the universal one? Good enough.
Let me see. This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
It worked.
That should do it.
What? You just matched up those...
The more complex something is, the more important it...
If it's so simple, why didn't your master divine...
Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while.
Was that the wind?
Danger.
What the heck is this? It looks...
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural on the Xianzhou. It's in a room...
I feel like it needs a sign saying mortals forbidden or...
We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the Matrix of...
Passage prohibit.
March! You should join the divination...
Time to change tech. Lend me your strength.
In lunar flame.
Never do it! Pull your weapon. Treason.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Blade of moonlight.
Troublesome. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Try harder.
That's better.
You like what? Never do it! I'll accept your punishment.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
This must be the spatial terminal. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to space. You probably could have guessed that.
Same old tricks.
Done. Next.
Was that the wind?
Let me guess. Time, space. I bet the next terminal is energy related.
Darn, the Karma Terminal. They say this terminal is designed to establish causal relationships.
It worked.
Ugh, we did it. All 3 terminals activated. Let's go back to the core and report to the Master Diviner. Well done, all of you. I can now to interrogate Kafka. Are you ready?
Is this really necessary? I said I'd cooperate with you.
I have no interest in the words of wanted criminals. So, say what you will. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix. The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my...
That's why you're here? All for that?
Well, not what you were expecting.
I can't believe it. But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong. Kafka has nothing to do with the Stellaron, but you... It's you. Absurd. I'd never have thought it. Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
You go ask her. I know you still have many questions for Kafka.
Hi. You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state. Concerned about me? I'm fine. The Cienjo is always I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me. Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of the... Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going. So Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1, the Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Cienjo. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2, someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the Matrix. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Cienjo Alliance, we're here for you. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the Matrix of Prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had... And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafu's general in person and to help him resolve the stellar... What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that. Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our... There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook, the destruction. And when that time comes, proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of future, you know, even...
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary.
I don't understand. They're all...
You... Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshi. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshi the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about...
Fine. How's this for...
Oh, this one?
The deceased?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. Ah, I'd quite forgotten.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs, and then... As for the Videodora, they're... more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old, or... My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of... What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon but for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal, and will eventually...
Let me ask you one more question.
Yes.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Oh, miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in... Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think...
Was that the wind?
Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait!
Silent but deadly. Luocha, let's charge in together.
What happened to...
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you.
Enough.
Dodge this!
The sanctuary.
is but a vision.
Dodge this!
Bloom. The dead return!
What? Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay.
My motor is broken. Are you a Cloud Knight?
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps...
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just...
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful.
It won't work. My body is mechanical.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances.
You're...
How... Oh, what kind of medical...
Abundance.
Very good. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outside. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses... If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my...
Strange accident?
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. And now they've all but disappeared. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. So, the Xianzhou too are engaged in the... I don't know. Akavili's disappearance was very mysterious. Noose is probably the only one that can answer that question. After all, what do you think? Fascinating stories. They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never. Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain.
Hey, did she brainwash you? Wasn't this the dead tree Qingchui showed us earlier? How did it grow all of a sudden?
Amazing! Absolutely amazing! Even the long lip.
Such extraordinary energy.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the Stellaron is making?
Yes, the Stellaron, the cloud.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. The logic you have laid out concerning Kafka, I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicion.
You... General...
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed himself. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only another Eon's emanator would be capable of... The Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship, and yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. There is forethought here. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was... Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group.
General, we must retain all urgency.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traitors have planted it in the ambrosial arbor's delve, thereby causing the tree to...
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem is easier to resolve when you... Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready, Master Diviner.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority. We must head in...
As ever, the Master Diviner's omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything.
General?
Well?
You're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How will you justify the law?
Please, Lady Fu. I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together.
The General's smiling again.
It's my fault. I had higher expectations of... Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since you... Why do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a closely...
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu, that as such, I am about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Oh, Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be under your control. You will act in concert with the other forces.
Under...
You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general.
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly...
As for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation. Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a short... This is no order, honored guests. I'm merely stating what...
You've never really seen us as out...
Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide.
Of course, General. I am... A step forward bridges no distance hence. The Ambrosial Arbor was felled thousands of years ago. Now it returns to life. The future of the Xianzhou is... I had long anticipated...
Huh? She's not angry?
Pursuing Kafka is a waste of time and effort. The Matrix of Prescience informed me of her innocence. From the time the Stellaron corrosion began to spread until now, The only reports with the Alchemy Commission is where the Xianzhou's medical research and production take place. However, due to its proximity to the Ambrosial Arbor's seal, I'm afraid the Stella to make matters worse. The General suspects there are traitors in the Alchemy Commission. He really is a delegator at heart, isn't he? There isn't much distance between the artisanship and alchemy commissions. I'm afraid the star skiff is ready. I will...
101010.
I still have important tasks from the General to attend to. Wait! Master Diviner! Can you divine our... No need. My Omniscia has seen that your journey will be auspicious. Are you sure? You don't need to...
Well said. Thank you for your assurance, Master Divine.
Huh? Look at all the people gathered here. Not a good day for commuting on the Luofu. The Artisanship Commission Delve should have suspended operations after the Stellaron corrosion.
Maybe the Artisanship Commission are just more dedicated to their work? The Divination Commission's diviners aren't exactly a hard...
At the end of the day, work is work. You need it to live. You know, Marge, adults forget what relaxation means after a...
Sounds like you're speaking from
Just speaking from the heart, that's all.
I think they call that
Are any of the paths in this world easy to tread? The Artisanship Commission is full of workshops building state-of-the-art mechanisms, and periodically stirring up trouble is part of their tradition. Entire buildings... It seems like the craftsmen are too afraid to...
Either way, we'll have to go in. Let's ask around first.
Another locked gate. Time for the old dilemma.
A warm reminder, benefactors, that the Artisanship Commission is our law states that trespassing into the Artisanship Commission can result in a prison sentence of between 300 to 500. Yes, we do. Still, the Artisanship Commission is... I'm not trying to scare you. I'm simply suggesting you ask the craftsmen to see if they... It seems more than a little reckless to charge...
Master Gongshu. Oh, are you guys Cloud Knights? Your clothes. Sorry this crisis came during your trip.
Yeah, you just need to tell us what the trouble is.
You mean the General invited you? Is that a... There's been a serious incident in the Artisanship Commission.
You misunderstand, young sir.
Waiting around, that's what. We ran a... Please, if you plan on living a little... There's been some kind of botanical disaster. It was like an ornamental tree somewhere suddenly... I don't get it. The Artisanship Commission focuses on the mechanical. We've got nothing to do with... The worst thing is, my Master Gongshu is the most experienced craftsman in the Artisanship Commission. When the incident happened, he dragged me, Zeming, and Yuncha to... I need to wait here for the Cloud Knight, so I...
Why did he run back in?
That's not how it works. The research comes first here. I just heard him shout, "It's gone! We lost the furnace!" By the time we realized... Anyway, you said...
100%.
You don't have to believe us. The Astral Express doesn't shout about...
In that case, if you find my master, please...
Don't worry, young sir.
None of us would be able to graduate this year.
Let's go. I think this botanical disaster. It must be the ambrosial arbor. But what about the furnace his master mentioned?
The Stellaron facilitated the resurrection of the ambrosial. The severity of the corrosion becomes worse.
Look, the roots are coming up through the ground.
Upon commission grounds your feet do tread. Stay away. If you come any further.
Hold on! Let us explain. We're not...
What excuses do you have? Surprise me! Just passing by. Stumbled in. Door wide open.
Just a little something.
Within commission grounds today was sown. An evil spun by hands unseen, unknown. No longer. If the security mechanisms didn't teach you a lesson, these robots will. Golden cloud toad, illumination dragonfish. Are you all right? Did you really have to destroy my...
You didn't want to listen to us. We were here to rescue you and you started a fight.
How does the reputation of Gongshu Liang, the smelter extraordinaire...
This guy's pretty deluded for a master.
We're passing through on our way to the Alchemy Commission at the behest of General G...
Really? The General sent you? Then this must be a mere misunderstanding. Don't worry about those things. Easy to fix. But there's not much I can do to help. The Artisanship Commission was... It's a dark and powerful entity. The robots. It was like they gained consciousness. But then, I couldn't just run away, knowing what lies. I'm sure General Jing Yuan, means I know of, may yet serve you. Look, this is one of the Artisanship Commission's prototypes. The shifting screen. Good thing I got the students to take it out and make a few adjustments. Otherwise, you all saw the Jade Gate on your way in, I assume? The shifting screen works in the same way. It connects two spatial coordinates. Indeed. With limited range and energy...
You sure about that? Even our trailblazing space anchors...
Thank goodness you take the time to perfect these inventions, Master. If not...
Ordinarily, I could have used this beauty to teleport you thither, but... Hold on! My young friends, don't underestimate the artisans. The Commission is more than a match for Mother Nature. Hope it... This is the first thing that came to mind when the tree demon attacked. It's a mechanical device, codenamed the Lumen Flux. I invented this weapon for the Cloud Knights. It's incredible.
Let me guess. Limited range? Energy cost?
Every light has its shadow. And then... ignite. Very good. The master reveals the door, but the apprentice must walk through it. You're much better. Seems like it worked. All right, there's no time to lose. Hurry through the shifting screen to the opposite side before the branches...
Look, the ambrosial arbor's roots.
They've encoiled the Artisanship Commission's most precious invention. Help me, dear young friends. Let's hack them away together. We can't let the roots...
Careful, it's changing.
Whoa! What kind of monster is this?
Miraculous. It creates life at will. Such incredible power.
Powerful enemy. Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength.
Stand down.
Show me your courage. Forever too.
Time for a shot.
It's guarding the ambrosial arbor's roots and furnace.
Blade of moonlight. Trunks, we've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
No matter how much damage we do, it just heals.
We'll have to retreat for now. Follow me.
No wonder the Xianzhou is so scared of the Miss Ting Yun, are the long-life species...
I'm afraid this ebon deer was likely birthed by the ambrosial arbor as its guardian.
Huh? As long as...
I wonder... The ebon deer seems to heal itself instantly, but perhaps it's drawing that power from elsewhere.
Yeah! It can't heal if we take out...
The monster only seems to be active in the vicinity of the arbor.
So the General asked you to head to the Alchemy Commission, The Artisanship Commission had no choice but to halt operations once the tree demon appeared. Young friends, I have a suggestion.
Any thoughts, Master Gongshu?
When the deer revive...
Oh, great observation, Mr. Gongshu. It's...
I'm only an artisan. As Mr. Yang said, the deer monster is likely drawing power from... Precisely. You remember how we...
You're right. Those rip...
Not only that, its reaction suggested we'd hurt it.
Take hold of your weapons, young comrades. See? My theory was correct! Keep going!
Quick! There's more routes!
Give me a moment. Ah!
I guess we're done.
I suspect the ambrosial arbor's root system must have spread far under. Let's hurry, before they have a chance.
So, the next step is...
Please never do that again.